So as I'm walking back, I figure I'd get you a bit updated on what's going on because I know I haven't posted much at all by way of videos. And I'm sorry, mainly because my team's not been doing anything at all lately and everybody's busy and, we just haven't had the time, which is terrible because I feel like we've neglected our people all the people that call us in and stuff. But we can't really help what goes on in life, It's so loud over here. I almost wish they'd push this inland a little bit more and, away from that street, but what can you do? Anyway, life's been a little rough lately. Genuinely had a lot of changes inside of me, inside my brain, and I'm not sure if I've discussed it, but I have bipolar disorder, which has a little anxiety disorder attached. It's ooh, what was that splash? Something went splash. Huh. Is that a fish? I don't know. No idea. Weird. Anyway. And, well, ever since I can remember, my inner voice has been negative and terrible and, I haven't felt like normal ever, really. My perception's always kind of messed up the way that I see things, the way that I hear things, and it's cost me a lot when it comes to relationships and friendships and, more recently, kind of feel like I've pretty much messed up something extremely special, though at the same time I don't know if it was just me. Anyway, it's only when I get out to places like this and kind of, touch a tree and smell the fresh air and be out of the way of the city for a little bit, or feel like I am, that I truly feel any kind of normalcy, It's like plugging myself back into earth has been the only thing keeping me going. So, now that it's starting to get nicer outside again, I can do that more often than stuck inside, and I don't like the cold much, which is, I need to build up some kind of tolerance, otherwise, what am I going to do when I need to do this more often in the winter? That's a big tree. Big tree. We're going to explore the other fork in the road now. I'll keep talking at you. But I've been reconnecting with people and things that make me happy, and I'm working very, very hard because I'm the only one that can do it, on changing the way I see myself and changing what my inner voice says to me. I'm starting to wonder if maybe it was just kind of the plan, because I'm starting to feel like maybe I'm gonna have a bit of a bloom along with the springtime. But I genuinely, kind of despised myself for a while. Buried my head in things that didn't have anything personal going on, like video games, television, reading. And, you know, when you wake up from that kind of stupor, because it's really what it is, it's a stupor, you remember who you are and the things that you're meant to do with your life. I see something growing green over here. I want to see what it is. It looks like ground ivy. I think that's ground ivy. There's a little blind here. You know, watch birds and critters. See? There's really nothing out there but squirrels right now. But I've had my eyes opened and my ears opened and my inner everything opened. And it's genuinely been tough because, you know, I don't really know, we're not taught how to really listen to ourselves and trust our instincts and trust that little voice inside us that tells us how things are supposed to be, how wrong something is if it feels wrong, We tend to not trust our first instincts, and that it's not really good. It's not a good thing at all, really. Because then we get ourselves disillusioned into things that we don't deserve and we don't need. We allow ourselves to be disrespected, and we allow ourselves to be disillusioned, and we allow ourselves to be talked down to, and and by the way, I'm not aiming at this at anybody in particular, so please, if you're watching this and you know me, don't assume, because my whole life I've kind of had that feeling of not fitting. Never really fit in with anything, except really when I became pagan, and then it started to really dawn on me, even as I was just studying, how akin to my inner self most of what I was reading felt, and now as I'm touching the things that nature gave me to touch and to connect with and to love, and to remember that, our heartbeats are one with the earth's. Honking. Got more over here. But the point that I'm trying to make is this wander that I'm taking through the little wooded space in the center of my city is a lot like the rambling that I've had in my brain the last several months. We got more geese. Check that out. I don't know if they're honking because I'm here or if they're just honking. I don't mean you any harm. So basically, my blog posts and my, most of my online activity has been on Facebook and just general things. I don't really know how to describe this, how it feels, But all I know is that, now that things have changed and my head's starting to do a little turning aroundy stuff, I've been realizing what's real and what's in my brain and what I'm seeing that's not really there, and the things I don't know yet. There's certain things that I really, really do hope are for me in this world, and the things that I'm going to have to work harder to get. I've realized also just how little work I put into what I want to achieve in this life, you know? So the herb thing, I'm really, really wanting to do with myself. You know, I've been really throwing myself into the actual study now, and I'm finding a mentor and figuring out where I need to go with this, and if there's a school I can go to, classes or whatever. So I'm feeling a lot better than I was, and that's all I can ask for. To be continued.